Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing today? I should just say good day. This way we cover all time zones. Hope everybody's doing well. Oh, I gotta apologize about yesterday. Boy, I woke up the other morning. I was sick as a dog. Wouldn't have put on a good show, but feeling better. We're back. We're hitting it this morning. Good morning, Stopple. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. Welcome in. Welcome in. We are going to do some more cargo runs this morning. Last night I was playing with some mining, and when I logged off, I left myself in the other system and forgot to move back to where I wanted to start from. So we're in the process of getting back there right now. Yes, the Astrocam. Yes. And you see the accident I had with this penny while shaping the beard, so there's not much left to it anymore. Again. Hey, good morning, Impreed. How are you doing today? Oh, yes, we're growing the beard back again. After taking a chunk out of the side, man, there wasn't much left of it I could do. Yeah, it was just too big of a hole there. There was no way to cover that up. You doing good? Good. Glad to hear it, sir. Glad to hear it. And welcome in. We're just still continuing to move on back to our starting system. And we'll be there in just a few minutes. Oh, so how's y'all's week going? Yeah, today's Thursday. I didn't put my garbage out last night. Again. I swear I'm going to have to write that down on the calendar. I'm doing good. It's been a weird week. I will agree with that. It has been a really strange week. Hey, Blazing Butterfly, how are you doing this morning? Welcome in. Hope you're doing well this morning, ma'am. Yeah, it's been a crappy week. It really has been. Seems like everything that could go wrong possibly has. Possibly has. You're overly tired, but okay. I'm sorry you're tired, man, but other than that, I'm glad you're doing fine. Glad you're doing fine. Yes, I know. We had temperatures the other day up to 60 degrees, and this morning it's 17 outside here. As if, yeah, we really needed that. Oh, so let's go ahead and get up over here and let's see if they'll let us stock. Request stocking. There we go. I'm covered in insulation after work, so I need to take a shower. Oh man, I always hated working with insulation. No matter what kind of precautions I always took, I was always covered in it. I still hate working with the stuff. I've got a room upstairs I'm working on that's going to be the studio that's half completed. It's partially drywalled. And yes, I have to replace the insulation. And I'm not looking forward to it. I'm just not. I hate working with that crap. I mean, it doesn't matter if I could wear a full body suit and have hats on, goggles, face mask. I still got that stuff all over the place. It's like it finds little gaps and just all works its way down inside my shirt and all. But, you know, you got to do it sometimes. You got to do it. The baby powder trick works great, but no, we were going to be working with it, so I didn't put any on. I've never heard about that. I was always told wear flannel shirts and gloves because the flannel's thick enough to keep the stuff from getting through to your skin. That's not always the case. It's not always the case. And we always hated the stuff in the military because we had to work with asbestos because our pipes were coated with it way back when. And yeah, they told us just go ahead and remove the stuff without any kind of protective gear. Of course, we didn't know any better. We did as they were told because they're not going to harm us. Yeah, right. Yeah. Especially after we got out, we found out what we were handling, and it wasn't pretty. Wasn't pretty. Yeah, Jimmy told you about it. I'm going to have to get with him to find out about it then. When I was a kid, my younger years, my parents were redoing a room. I got a piece of pellet insulation stuck in my... Oh, wow. Stopple, thank you for gifting a tier 1 sub to Mfried. Mfried. I've been subscribed for 3 months in a row. Thank you very much, Stopple. Thank you. And welcome, Mfried. Welcome to the Delta Fleece. Welcome back to the Delta Fleece. Okay, let's see what we got. We got some systems we've never been to before. We're just going to grab a bunch of them and keep going back and forth. Oh, that's planetary. No, we don't want planetary. That'll be a crash and a half just waiting to happen. I don't know if I'm ready to crash this morning yet. Okay, we're going to make sure to actually pick the stuff up today and take it with us. Okay. Stuff has been collected in Freed, so you don't have to make any clips this morning. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, we got double talk from Karina. So let's see. Let's see what else is here we could grab. Well, we're already going to this system, so we'll just grab that one. I know everybody's going to be complaining, saying, hey, we want our stuff. We want it now. It's kind of like when you're waiting for a package from FedEx or the post office. Where's my package at? Okay. Just when I thought I was out, then pulled me back in. Just like the military. Welcome back. Well, that's pretty good. I think I'm launching and I don't have my destination programmed in yet. Oh, it hasn't launched me yet. Okay. It's going to be a single jump. That's not too bad. Let's see. Launch. I don't think there is any escaping. Let's talk about that. Yes. There is no escaping. None. None. None.
If you think you can escape me, you are wrong.
I'll find you. I'll find you and pull you back in. Yes. But thank you very much, Stopple, for that. Thank you. It's very much appreciated, sir. That's right. There's no escaping. You can't escape from my clutches. Ever. Absolutely ever. So you guys got any big plans for the weekend? Hey, Jimmy brought this all upon himself now that I had nothing to do with that. I had nothing to do with that. He brought it all upon himself. So you can't blame me for any part of that. None whatsoever. That man's responsible for his own actions. No plans except work. Sorry there, Stobble. Sorry. Oh, it's supposed to be raining here all day Saturday, and I'm going to be upstairs working on the studio, trying to get it ready. Got the installation to do, got drywall to do, got painting. Got to put in a couple more electrical outlets. Oh, just the good stuff. Then I get to decide what color carpet I want to put down. No, sorry, need it. Get it back under control. I'm the one whose weekend is the beginning of the week. But, you know, I used to have to work weekends too, and I always look at it like it was a good thing because then I could do stuff during the week that some people couldn't do on weekends. I felt fortunate for that. Kind of like when working nights, there's sometimes that there's things you can get done in the early morning that normally would take forever. Okay, request stocking. Request stocking. Oh, somebody decided to blast off near us. Although last week I went to the Kennedy Space Center Museum and it was pretty cool. All right. I mean, that sounds like fun. I have never been there. I have never been there. When I was a kid, space always interested me, and I always wanted a telescope and all that, and read every book on space I could find to get my little hands on. And that was one place I always wanted to go, but we never did. Okay, we're not going to be here for very long. We're just going to give this person what they want, collect our money, and go on to the next job. Let's see. Thank you for that. I don't think anybody else was here. Ooh, Federation. Federation? Yeah, Federation. Okay, I know I got a couple more jobs here in this system, or at least I think I do. Turtle Dove. On to Turtle Dove. Launch. Apparently, I'm just being ignored now. I said launch and it says and eternal of launch. Do what? Lisa, thank you very much for the host. How are you doing this morning? We go flying? Ah, yes, ma'am. We're going to go flying. We're not going to slam into anything. Not yet. Not yet. Don't worry. The day's still young. The day is still young. But luckily, I'm not a graduate of the Red Dirt Ranch Driving Academy. So, however, I did learn to drive in Louisiana. So, there's no telling what exactly may happen. Yeah, NASA created the Visitor Center in Cape Canaveral, Florida. And they have the history of everything from the space shuttle. Oh, that's cool. That is cool. I'm definitely going to have to put that one on my bucket list. I have always wanted to see one of those things up close. And yeah, that's one of, I write that up as one of man's greatest achievements, being able to go up in space and walk on the moon. Oh, yes. And now with space tourism, we can actually do it. It's not just for the select few. I'm glad tomorrow is payday, but still nowhere to go. I'm sorry, kitten. I'm sorry. But hey, other than doing the adulting part, it's one way to save money. Boring sometimes, though, but at least around here, our shops are open. We got to wear masks. And stores are now starting to refuse to admit people and serve people who don't wear them, which is good. Somehow in our community, we have received the vaccine and only the first responders got it. They haven't given it out to anybody else yet. They say the list has been created, but so far, nobody knows anybody who's received it other than the first responders. Got to put a bit of money away for my custom-made reborn. Also, we have shopping stores open and stuff, mass more as well. Yeah. Luckily, I don't have to go out to go get the stuff that I need for upstairs, except for the paint. And one of the local stores here has what I need, so I don't have to go up to Topeka to go try to get it. Now, you see, secretly, I don't mind painting. Actually, I kind of like it. It's peaceful. It's quiet. The wife leaves me alone because she doesn't like the smell of it. But don't tell her that. Otherwise, I'll be painting every room in this house. And I really don't want to do that. No. I have to go out, play it smart though. Can't stay at home. This bill as well. Yeah. I've been taking the dogs out to the park. I'll take them out one at a time so we can walk around. I can get out. They can get out. You can see something different than just the backyard. Gives me my little chance of freedom. I can walk around outside without the mask on. Plus, it gives wife a few minutes away from me. Because I swear sometimes she's threatened to hurt me. Request docking. Plus, I can get out of the house and enjoy a good cigar while walking the dogs. They enjoy it. I enjoy it. Wife enjoys it. One thing she really wants to do is go to the beauty parlor, and the beauty parlors around here are so booked that she can't get in for a month, and it's killing her. It's killing her. I offered to do her hair for her. She won't let me touch her hair. I'm not allowed to. She's talking about touching it up to get rid of the gray, and I'll pull out a can of spray paint, and she's like, absolutely not. I offer, I try. I do try. I mean, I'm going to touch up her hair for her. I'm going to hide the gray. Well, the most I can do is offer, but she don't want me to. But, you know, I guess she just wants to live with it and be mad at me. I could have sworn I had another job here. Nope, similar name, but not a different system. Okay. Timbala. Okay, we're done. We're done. I had a green mohawk a few years ago. My wife would not look good like that. No. She'd kill me if I suggested something like that. Purple, maybe, but she'd still kill me. They also have bus tour that takes you up close to the assembly line and stuff. Those currently do. Oh, now Stopple. That is something I'd really enjoy. The assembly line for putting the rockets together. Oh, yeah. Whoops. Yeah, was messing around last night, and AutoDock decided to slam me into the side of a station. Don't think it hurt the station. Hurt me quite a bit. I remember as a kid in elementary school watching how they put the boosters together for the rocket launchers for the Apollo missions. Man, I was always into that. I always loved that. Just like the slow crawler that they used to move the space shuttle out to the landing pad, launch pad, landing pad. Litchfield class prison ship. BSG 764. Take you to the Launchpad 39A. Wish able to do it maybe next time. It's only 2 hours away from you. Man, that just... You know, everybody used to get tired of watching all the space flights on TV, all the launches and landings. I always watched them all. I watched every one of them. I was always fascinated by them, but you know, my grandma used to watch them too, and until it was the Columbia incident. But I kept watching them. Oh, and it's Burr here, minus 24. Later tonight, it's minus 25. Okay, you can keep the warm weather. I'd rather keep the cold. You know, just being from southern Louisiana, sorry, hot almost all the time. Gotta have the cold. You just gotta have it. It's good for change. It's good for the body. Just like snow. I don't mind the snow. Ice, but I like the snow. Request stocking. Yep, somebody's on the pad. I hate snow, hate the cold. Only good thing about the cold is I can sleep a bit better. Can't sleep in the heat, I get sick. See, I sleep better when I'm cold. I don't sleep as well when I'm warm. That's one thing the wife hates about me is the fact that I will kick the blankets off or she could wrap up in them. But then she likes trying to curl up against me and she says I'm like an ice cube. But she also says in the middle of the night that for some reason I take my feet, somehow get them under the blankets and put them on her legs. I'm asleep. How do I know I'm doing that? That's not my doing. That's not my fault. I'm innocent, as far as I know. Can't blame me for what I do in my sleep. But she does. Oh, come on. I got people waiting for their goods here. Okay, they're taking off from 3. Ships up. There they go. All right. There we go. There we go. I actually have a fan in my window. Ooh, see, I can't. I'm not that bad. I'm not that bad. The heater in the house is just enough. And since the house is old enough that it lets a little bit of a cool draft in, for me, it's perfect. Now, when I'm sick, I'm just the opposite. When I'm sick, I'm the one who's wrapped up in the blankets. Except for yesterday. Yesterday, I was between running a fever and having cold sweats and pulled the blanket on, and as fast as I pulled it over me, I was throwing it right back off. And well, we got to get some sleep. 6:33. See you later on Jimmy's. All right, Lisa, you take it easy. Get yourself some good rest, and I will talk to you later on this afternoon. All right, we dropped off their stuff. We're going to Noa Nama. Let's see if we can get there in one jump. Launch. No, it's okay. She's just ignoring me today. She's going to ignore me. I'm just going to turn her off. There ain't no point in it. Okay. Yeah, my wife says I'm worse than a kid when I'm sick. Yesterday, I actually didn't want her around me. I was so bad. Oh, come on. Let me do the jump. I can do it. Well, welcome in, everybody. I know it's bright. I know it's early. For some of us, anyway. We're just having some fun dancing around the stars. Me insulting the wife because she's not here to listen to me and hit me in return. Waiting for Imfree to make some more clips to make me seem old so he can give them to Ark. All the good stuff. All the good stuff. Nush. It's the system I didn't really want to come to. I didn't really want to go there, but we got away. Let's see. I know they're in a hurry for their cargo. Oh, 30,000 credits for an extra 27 minutes. I mean, for 27 minutes. Okay. We can do that. We got that. We got that covered. Oh, but yes, yes. I was watching my little dog Penny for a minute. She was trying to decide how she wanted to get up on the bed because everybody's laying on it. She's the one who helped me cut my beard the other day. All right, we're in manual controls. Watching our speed and sorry. Bad day and my speech problem is starting to kick in. Watching speed and distance indicators so we don't fly past. Downloaded game at 3 this morning because I couldn't sleep. I've done that before. I have bad insomnia sometimes when the season changes between summer and fall, spring and summer, or I just can't sleep at night and I binge watch seasons of TV shows. And I just sit up all night watching them because I'm not tired. And the time I was supposed to be getting up, that's when I'm ready to actually get a little bit of sleep. And what sleep I do get from those days is because I pass out from exhaustion. Sleep maybe an hour or two, and then I'm up for another 24, 26 hours before it happens again. And it's always bad when you got responsibilities you have to take care of during the day, but and when that starts happening, I do not leave the house because when the exhaustion hits, I'm about ready to pass out right then, right there when I feel it. I've been in the shower before when all of a sudden the exhaustion hit and I had to hurry up and get out. All right, we got this one done. We'll finish up these, grab a bunch more, and then see what else we can get into. Just making sure that those that delivery over there is not Boom Time, because I would have rushed that one. So what game did you get? That happens when you get old? No, not necessarily. I've had an issue with that since about my mid-20s. I'm actually kind of used to it at times, but it could be a real problem. You know, it's bad when you got to look at your boss and say, I need a quick little 10-minute nap. And he just looks at you like you're weird. No, it's like, okay, I'm taking my lunchtime now. She downloaded House Flippers with all the DLC. House Flippers is a pretty good game. I played it. It's nice. It's relaxing. It's a good slow pace. It's very relaxing. Very relaxing. Kind of like Jimmy Fine's Farm Sim. It's very relaxing. Oh, of course. How come they have to put all the nav beacons at the sun? All right, come on now. There we go. There we go. She got addicted to it on her son's Xbox, and a doctor told her she needed something to do for herself. It's relaxing. My wife's not too big into some games. She prefers playing computer Scrabble, even though it cheats. But she's played that one. She likes it. See, she never gets into games like this. And I tried to talk her into a FPS shooter one time. I got her to play for a few minutes, and then she just walked away going, "No, no." That's all she said. No. But it was better than I thought. I got her to play for a couple minutes at least. Got something to DM me? All right. I gotta get the semiconductors out of here. Oh, they changed the system they want me to take this stuff to. Guess it's a good thing I looked. Or maybe I won't DM you. My Discord app is being screwed. Man, Discord's been acting weird lately. Discord has really been acting weird lately. I'm not sure which one has been worse, Discord or Twitch. Like Twitch yesterday had issues where people couldn't go live. Most of the time it's things of things not loading up, chat not loading up properly. But this is the second time I have been able to open Discord app on your PC. And see, that's one thing. I've never really had an issue unless they had outages. I've always been able to load it up. Now having all the servers there, that's a different story. Being able to talk without it being garbled. That's that's still an ongoing issue. Because if you watch Jimmy stream at night, hear me trying to talk to him, it's garbled and it's not from my net. Giving them a couple minutes while we try it again. All right, now. Oh, there we go. That ship's about to take off. It is. Wow. We just had a massive frame rate drop there for a moment. I don't know why they're telling me welcome back. I've never been here before. Going to get your stuff, I promise. You're going to get it. They're going to. They're going to. But yeah, Discord's been messing up bad. I remember in one of Jimmy's streams a couple of weeks ago that Discord just completely cut out. All right, so the next one is the I really should have went there first because that was a lot closer to where we were. But too late now. Too late now. And Stay Healthy Bot telling me I need to go ahead and drink. And, well, that's what I've been doing now for several days. Wow, it's getting us back up over there to it. We are getting closer to the one. Well, that's pretty good. That would be pretty good for her right there. I mean, seriously, that would be great. And she's got you. She can go right to for advice if she's got any problems with anything. That's perfect. That is absolutely perfect. You'll have to let me know when she starts it up. And please excuse me for this, but ladies and gentlemen, in case you didn't know, Impreed is one of our good friends here at the stream. So if you would, please click that link, go over, give a follow, leave this notification bell alone. Make sure you tell him Astro sent you over. He's here every morning talking to us on his way home from work and when he gets home. So please, let's go share the love with the man and his beautiful wife, because soon we'll be promoting her too. I don't really want to slow down near that sun. Thank you. But well, and that's why I wanted you to know. I was going to ask if you could have the time, if you would help me to keep an eye on her. Yeah, of course. Of course. Gladly. I'll do what I can. Always willing to help out. Always willing. Always. And I won't give her a hard time like I do you. I'll be nicer to her. Oh. But yeah, Freed, I'll gladly help her out. Hey, Slow Sweet. How are you doing today? I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. Oh, always doing good. Always doing good. Even when I'm not feeling good, I'm still trying to put a smile on other people's faces, trying to make them laugh. Always. I know how people can be. I don't want the trolls to get to her. I know you'll take care of her. Yeah. Yeah, I will. Yeah, the trolls can be downright disgusting at times. But yes. May want to kind of warn her, though, just to know what to expect. I know that after I left last night, that apparently something happened to the chat filter on Jimmy's stream, and one of the words I put in, or one of the phrases I put in for blacklisting, is gone. So I'm going to have to go back through them later today. And I have to rebuild that small section. Acres platform. Whoops. I definitely don't want to engage frameshift drive while I'm this close to the station. That would have been a little bit nasty. Suicide plunged right into it. Some bricks of cement fixes everything. Well, not quite everything, but it does come close. And duct tape. And duct tape. Gotta have duct tape. Duct tape fixes everything. She's 18 plus, so most words would be fine, but I want to pleasurably. Yeah, no. You know how I am when I moderate somebody's channel that, yeah. I lay the law down and stick to it. I do not take anything off anybody, and yeah. Now we're going to go back to the system that is actually our temporary home, because that's where all this is going to. We could drop off all these semiconductors that apparently is what everybody else wants. But yeah, I'm free. I'll take care of her as best as I can. That's our temporary home for right now. I've got, what have I got there? I've got a couple ships here, I think. I know I still got a couple ships up over the Airvate system. Haven't moved them yet. I've moved a lot of modules over here. I was looking last night, and Oculus Quest, the Rift S, they're releasing again with a new lower price. And I'm now thinking about getting that for this. I've played VR games before and never had issues with them, so I shouldn't have any issues with this. Other than the fact of have to watch my head movement so I don't make everybody sick in here when if I start to look around everywhere. Imfreed, thank you very much for the host. Greatly appreciated, sir. Greatly appreciated. Thank you. But yeah, man, just send me a word whenever she starts up. Just let me know when she's planning on starting. I think that would be pretty good for her. I can't wait. I can't wait. we'll do. Plan to set up OBS this weekend. I mean, when I started it, it was because some friends talked me into it. That was back in 18. Yeah, 2018. I did it for a couple months. Kind of liked it. I still wasn't sure. Then I got bad sick, had an annoying cough, and I couldn't stream while I was constantly coughing because it sounded like I was trying to cough up a lung. So I stopped and never really got into it again. And then you're starting as Fluky's fault. I recovered from the cough, was about to start streaming again, and caught it a second time. So I never got back into it again. And then I started modding for Jimmy, and then he kind of started pushing. And then I fired my streams back up again in October of 2019. So he kind of pushed me back into it. I was still uncertain at the time, but he pushed me back into it. Kind of glad too. Yeah, no, you can't blame Fluky. You did it because you wanted to. I did it just to try it and experience it, to say, okay, I did it. I'm kind of glad I did. A bunch of friends and I were just playing Ghost Recon Wildlands. That's all we played. Yeah, I got your freight right here. But yeah, you can attempt to blame Fluky, but it was you. You secretly wanted to. That's the reason why you did it. As part of my therapy, I was told to have some time for myself on a exactly. It has to be a game that you like, that you can have fun with. And that's what was stressed to me about the whole thing is if you're playing a game you have fun with and people can see you're having fun, people come watch, come join in, have some laughs with you, and that's how you start building your community and all. No, he told me I was playing games with him, so I might as well stream it so his viewers can get another perspective. Well, that's an interesting twist to get somebody to do it. I never would have thought about trying that technique. That was definitely a good technique. I completely get lost in that game. I lose track of time. See, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. The only thing you're going to have to get used to is playing the game and watch chat. That's the only thing. As long as you're having fun in the game and doing it, and that's the way I used to be. We used to be that when just gonna grab a bunch of contracts right here going to different systems, and stupid me, I'm not paying attention to exactly how far they are in the system. There's no telling what I've just grabbed. Used to be in about the mid 90s, I determined that there was a computer time bubble. You found a game that you really liked, and what happened was when you started playing it, you entered the bubble. And you start thinking, okay, well, I'll play for about another 15 minutes and I got to get ready for bed. That time bubble, time passes differently inside of it. Outside, or I should say inside, you think 15 minutes has passed, but outside, the sun is now coming back up because you stayed up all night playing that game. And you look at the clock going, oh my God, I got to get ready for work in 30 minutes. That's what I used to do. Quite often, too. Mm-hmm. And my girlfriend used to look at me. She goes, did you sit up all night again? Yeah. Yeah. I was bad about that, especially on weekends. Yeah, I got to get a second screen for the PC so I don't have to use our phones for chat. You can get just a, I just saw the station pass by as we were extremely close to it. Yourself a used one off Facebook Marketplace, maybe Craigslist. So you don't have to go buy a brand new one unless you really want to. I know one of my friends, he streams, he's got one monitor up for his PC and he's got a used laptop sitting right beside him that he uses to watch chat with and interact with. If not, he sits there squinting all the time trying to read his phone. Me, I fight hard not to squint because it's so early in the morning, these bright lights around me. I try. It's hard. Because I worked out in the sun so many years using a surveying instruments that my eyes became extremely sensitive to the sun. Because sometimes the glare would be caught in there and it would be magnified back into my eyes. So before I stopped doing it, I was constantly having to wear sunglasses even when I wasn't supposed to because I couldn't stand the glare of the sun. Then it got to where bright lights in general were just as bad as the sun, like these. So I have to fight to keep my eyes open because I want to squint to try to cover them up. I'm getting used to them, but it's still there. Now, driving at night when people hit me with the bright lights, to me, that's just. My wife says she could just see right through it with no problem at all. Me, I'm completely blinded. I can't see anything. I used to have transition lenses that thankfully something happened to the coating and it started to break down to where the artificial light inside stores, when it was really bright, they would kick in. And I was glad because it helped me out quite a bit. And they wouldn't immediately turn back clear. They took a long time to do it. That was helpful for me also. I like the way that planet looks. All right, coming on in, going to give this big guy a little package, then going off to the next one. Don't know why I stopped to look at that. Don't know why. Thanks for the tip. I can actually pick up a couple TVs for the price of a new one. The monitor I currently have chat on and the stream manager is a Vizio TV. I picked it up for $100. And that was when all the third-party sellers were selling all the computer equipment for 2-3 times the price after the COVID started breaking out, the pandemic. That's when they bought everything up cheap and jacked the prices up on them because they realized people were going to be working from home. People needed them. So for things such as cams, lights, microphones, headsets, stream decks, even computer parts. Jack the price up 2 to 3 times the price. You know, a Logitech C920 camera that normally sold for about $60-65 was selling for $240. What the hell, dude? I mean, people need this stuff to work with. And the thing is that they knew that people would end up paying the price if they didn't know. You know, even game controllers went through the roof. I tried to find a HOTAS the other day, and something that sells for $150 was selling for $400. Yeah, 24-inch TV on Facebook for $25. Yeah. Or like I said, if you want to go brand new one, you could pick up a Vizio up over at Walmart, 24-inch for 110. Just make sure though that those TVs have the connection that you need for your video. Okay, come on, let me dock. Finally. But like I said, there's no need to go out and go buy a brand new one unless you absolutely want to. I have to use an adapter to go from DisplayPort to HDMI. That's fine. If you don't have one, you get one on eBay for, I mean, not eBay, but Amazon for a couple bucks. Or you can get a cable with DisplayPort on one side and HDMI on the other. I've done that. Walmart has them for $10. That's good. You know, Walmart started selling a bunch of this stuff now that I didn't realize. You know, normally if I need something in a hurry and I can't get it from Best Buy in Topeka that's 60 miles away, I normally go to Micro Center. That's about 80. You know, I'll run in there, grab it, and run out. You know, bad when you make an 80-mile one-way trip for something that's $6 to $8, but if you need it, you need it. The Logitech Stream Cams, they were extremely hard to get when they first came out, and our Micro Center in Kansas City had some. Micro Center's on the other side of the state from me, like 200 miles away. I'm lucky I'm kind of close to ours over at Overland Park. But Jimmy wanted the stream cams and they were hard to find. And luckily, our store had them. So I went to go pick up two. I got one for him and one for myself. And I'm glad I did because, I mean, it's a great cam. Well worth the price. But, you know, prices are about 160 for them. But third-party sellers had snapped them all up and were selling them for $300, $400, $500. It's like the NVIDIA 30 series cards right now. People have snapped them up at their price and are charging 3-4 times the price for them. Now that's NVIDIA's fault for not releasing a good quantity of them at the time instead of doing slow releases of, 100 here, 100 there. Yeah, it's insane what people are doing. Yeah, they're trying to make a buck off other people's misfortunes. Kind of like those people who, during natural disasters, price gouge. I was still in Louisiana when Hurricane Andrew hit in 92. My grandmother needed ice for her insulin. Store around the corner was selling bags of ice. $8 a bag. And I needed it. I needed it badly to keep her medicine cold. I ended up paying him $20 for 2 bags. Got lucky, picked your PC up for $300. Yeah. All right, we're going to Crippen Hub. Don't really care much for that name, but there we go. Oh, wow. I never would have accepted that one. 104,000 light cycles. Light seconds. Light seconds. Why do I keep saying cycles? But yeah, they're just out to make a quick buck because they know people need this stuff, and that's their easiest way to do it. And since the industry's unable to get their components in that they need to build replacements, It's hard to find these things. Guy I found on Facebook buys lots of business PCs and upgrades the hard drives to an SSD that puts a GPU. In 2019, my computer repair business was doing good. Every now and then I'd have somebody come in and want me to build a PC for them, and we do that. Most of them were just repairs. But where I made the most was I would buy secondhand laptops at auctions from schools, from state departments, and I would take them, I'd refurbish them, rebuild them, replace the cases if they were cracked, if they were scratched up, completely go over them to make sure they work, check the power supplies, install new hard drives, reinstalled software, and I'd sell them secondhand. For every 5 that I sold, I would give 2 to low-income families here in the community I live in, my county. And the reason why is because our county had the nuclear power plant here that a lot of the families that work there make a pretty good living, but not everybody does. So I wanted to help out some of the unfortunate families who had kids so that the kids could do their schoolwork. I mean, they could take them to the libraries with the free Wi-Fi. We've got a couple other businesses around here that offer free Wi-Fi, but I gave the computer to our COFs who would then take them and distribute them to the low-income families. The PC I picked up here has an i5 3470, 120 SSD. Well, man, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. My old one that the wife is now using had the old FX 9590 processor. That thing runs hot, very hot. She's got a GeForce GTX 960 in it, I believe. She's got 2 or 3 hard drives in it. It was hard drives I had that were new that I had never used, so I'll put them in there and built hers. No, man, for that price, you can't complain. You can't, not at all. Not at all. Put in a 1 terabyte HDD. I tell you what, some of the old style high density drives, they're just as fast as the SSDs. A lot of people will say that they won't, but from what I've seen, they're just a little bit slower, but not by much. Now the M.2s, man, those things just blow everything away. And I was trying to use the old FX 9590 for both streaming and gaming, and it was so hot inside the case that the USB ports were starting to fail. So I had these parts given to me for the one I have now, and I gave it to her, and because she uses it just for basic stuff, those ports that were breaking down due to overheating, she's never had an issue with. They've started working fine for her. I've had to change the liquid cooler in it because it was 2 years old, and as hot as that thing gets, I figured that the coolant in it was, aging it a lot quicker than it should. So I just went ahead and swapped it out to make sure it kept working great for her. She's got no problems. She's got an SSD for her operating system, and she's got 500 gigabyte HDD and a 1 terabyte. And the 500 is pretty much just for her backup for the SSD in case something happens. And the SSD. The original plan was to add more storage and then slowly upgrade this to a better gaming PC. That's what you do. That's what you do. You slowly upgrade. You slowly upgrade until you can't upgrade it anymore. And then you start gathering up your parts to build a different one. That's exactly what you do. I had one guy he still comes by every now and then with a system I bought for him. He wants to do an upgrade on it, and I check the specs for what he wants to do to what it can handle. And we go up over it and tell him what he needs. So I tell him what part he needs, and because my wholesale contracts are now over, he goes, buys the part, he brings it to me, I slap it in for him, make sure everything works, and he just pays me a couple bucks for it. And it's like, okay. Any problems, just let me know. Some of my long-term customers I still do work for, even though the business is closed. But no, they were long-time loyal customers. We had a computer repair shop that charged you $60 the moment you walked in the door. I didn't. If you wanted an estimate for repairs, I'd find out what was wrong with it. I'd give you the list of what was wrong with it, and I'd charge you $20. Didn't matter how long it took, $20. You come back in to get it fixed later on, you brought me that list back and the receipt that showed that you paid me the $20, I gave you the $20 back off. So it's a fair trade. The other shop here in town, they didn't do that. And they were mad because I was operating out of my garage, so I didn't really have any overhead. And they were actually quite nasty about it. And they survived about 3 months after I opened my business, and they went under because nobody was going to them. I had the best prices. Nobody could beat it. The closest repair shop to me after they closed was 65 miles away, and their prices were just as high as the first place. So, plan now is to get me a better one, and Mr. Freed will keep this one. Yeah. Yeah. The best time, if you're looking for a brand new one, is, of course, Black Friday and when school starts. That's the best time to get them. Oh, and when stores start realizing it's time for people to start getting their tax returns, that's when they'll start putting things like that on sale also. That's the prime times. Man, we're still 8,000 light seconds out. Yeah, I never should have taken that mission. I could see some of the others probably being just as long. Oh, 95,000. Wonderful. Yeah, that's the plan. Get bills caught up and taxes and then start buying parts. Yeah. Make sure you use PC Part Picker to just to ensure that the parts are compatible. Always. You always got to verify. You always got to make sure that your memory speeds match what the motherboard can handle. Some motherboards can't handle certain CPUs. And, yeah. And if you have any problems with anything that you see, just shoot me a message. Send me the parts list and I'll look it over. I'll help you out. Most definitely. Because, I mean, you start looking at it for a while. If you're not sure exactly what you're looking at, it starts to get kind of confusing, and people just buy a bunch of parts to try to slap them in together without realizing that, this RAM won't work in this motherboard, and they have the parts and they can't return them because they opened them. Or yeah, man, I'll gladly help you out. I'll gladly help you. Just please don't do like Jimmy of having RAM chips and tell me that you plugged them in all the way when you haven't, and I'm on the phone with you for 3 hours, and the next morning have him go, "I love you, man," because he's confessing to me that the RAM chips were not completely plugged in. That's the reason why he kept getting errors when he tried to boot up his PC. Oh, like Fluky. Oh, Fluky did that too? Yeah. Yeah. Because I made sure to ask Jimmy, are you sure you had heard 2 clicks from the memory going in? Yeah, I did. And I remember asking that specifically 5 times. He said, yes, yes. Well, the next morning, no. Because the moment he said, "I love you, man," my first words were, "What did you do?" Because I knew he was confessing to something and didn't know exactly how to do it. And he may be listening to this and he may watch it, but he knows exactly what he did. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he can attempt it, but he knows. We all know. We all know. Had another friend of mine. She built her PC. She watched YouTube videos. She knew what she had to do. She put it together. Turned on the power switch, and nothing happened. If I had the money, I'd take a trip to Ohio and talk RG. Yeah. Oh yeah, most definitely. And she kept telling me she built her computer right, but for some reason it wouldn't power on. And it's like, okay, well, let's go over everything. I told her, we're going to start with the basic things. Asked her, is it plugged in the wall? Yeah. Do you have the power cord plugged into the back of it? Yeah. Like, okay. Have you flipped the power switch in the back of the power supply to the on position? She's like, yes. Okay. So I have her go inside the case and start making sure everything's properly plugged up. And she goes to power it up, still nothing happens. And we go through this several times, like, well, more than likely your power supply is bad if nothing else is kicking on. She's like, okay. But when she went to go plug all the stuff in the back, I told her, make sure you, because it's turned off, just in case, reach back there and flip that power switch off. And all of a sudden she reached back there. Now this was after about 20 minutes. She flipped that little power button on the back of the power supply and it mysteriously started right back up. And I heard it start to make the whirring sound, and I'm on the phone with her, and it's like, didn't I ask you if that switch? And she's like, well, yeah, I thought it was. It's like, apparently it wasn't. She goes, well, I'm sorry. You know, we were just laughing at her because there were three of us on the call with her, and we were just laughing because of the fact she was now getting upset for it. We were telling her, don't cry over it. It was something simple. That's all it was. We're soon going to have to start sticking with one faction to do cargo runs so we can get credit with them. Let's see. Well, we're going to start working on our Federation reputation. We're 25% of the way up into the rank of petty officer, but we're going to start pushing them pretty hard. We've got our Sol permit so we can enter the Earth systems. Need to go visit our engineer. I think we've done enough of the basics that we now have a rough idea of everything we want to do. We're going to end up being a combination of exploring and cargo hauling, with trading thrown in. This is what we're going to end up doing. But we have played enough that we have got a good idea. Good idea. We're going to go visit the Sol system. We're going to start working on our Federation rank to get permit to where we can go into the Federation systems. Oh, yeah. We'll go visit Earth. Had an issue with mine after I installed my 1 terabyte. I accidentally wiggled my GPU out of the cycle with my fat fingers. That's all I spent 2 days trying to quit when I was playing Farm Sim. See, you got to be careful about that. Yeah, some of those things and some of those plugs you have to have real skinny fingers for, and my fingers aren't exactly skinny, but they're not exactly fat either. But yeah, it's easy to bump cables, misalign them, unplug them. You know, things with the GPU. And there are times where you actually have to pull something out to get it out of your way to where you can get something plugged in. It's really easy. Just make sure whenever you do something like that, always just double check to make sure everything around it's still plugged like it should be. Oh, and as a word of warning, if you haven't experienced it yet, when you build your PC, you will be getting sheet metal cuts all over your hands and fingers. So just be prepared for it. Make sure you have towels nearby to, stop the bleeding on your hands and also get the blood up off the motherboard and hard drives and plugs and all that stuff. So I'm just warning you, it will happen. It will. And you will sometimes cut yourself without realizing it. And there's everything in there. It's sharp. Don't look it, but it is. I remember one time I was building a customer's PC and I got the motherboard in. The motherboard would not set for anything in the world. As stupid as it was, it wouldn't settle down in there. And I finally got it in there and I got it settled and I got the first screw in. And it's like, well, what the hell is this? Because the white case had a red smear across it. It's like, man, all that time and now I got to take this thing apart, find out what this is. Come to find out, I had accidentally cut my hand without realizing it, and the red smear on the case was my blood. And I had to clean it off, and I had to stop the bleeding. And then I started realizing that I had dripped blood all over the motherboard and had to get that off. And yeah. Sitting there with a can of compressed air and a Q-tip cleaning blood from circuitry and between chips, that was not. Luckily it didn't fall inside any of the slots, but still it was. My wife walked outside. She saw me having bright lights over the case. She saw me having a bottle of alcohol right there and Q-tips and rags and my can of compressed air, and I've got these big magnifying lenses over my face to where I can look inside of it to make sure I had it all. And she's like, "What are you doing?" And I showed her my hand. She goes, "Oh my God, how bad was it?" My wife does not like the sight of blood. She's really squeamish. It's the reason why whenever she cuts herself when she's in the kitchen, she has to sit down and look away while I take care of her. Well, we've been to these systems before, especially this one. My hands are so calloused, I don't know that I'll cut them up, but I could pick up some rubber cut gloves. I mean, you don't need to do anything like that. I'm just warning you to be careful. I'm just warning you to be careful. One of the biggest things, though, is also to watch out for static discharge. See, in the wintertime, I'm bad about having constant static electricity. So I'm constantly going around touching everything metal. My shop, I had a anti-static pad and mat that I would keep my feet on, and I would keep this thing for the pad, had a wrist attachment that would attach to my wrist where it kept metal in contact with me to discharge it before I reached inside the case to do anything. And you don't need anything like that as long as you keep touching the case or something to discharge, or be careful about where you build it from. Like, because you don't want to take a chance on frying one of your new components. I had a buddy of mine who did that. He wasn't paying attention. He did that with 32 gig stick of RAM. He was sliding his feet on the carpet while he was wearing tennis shoes. Yeah, he picked the RAM chip up by the actual blades. gold-plated contacts. Yeah. Oh yeah, it did. It did. Store wouldn't take them back. Store he bought them from would not accept them. They wouldn't accept them. Don't know what kind of excuse he tried to give them, but no. I told him, man, I wouldn't take them back from you. I really wouldn't. He's like, why are you saying that? Because, you know, most time when there's black marks on something, it's from a power overload. You just, I wouldn't. I couldn't. All right. Now we're allowed to come in. Oh, yeah. It cost him a pretty penny. It did. Now, the next time he went to go build the system, he was a lot more careful. A lot more. He built it out in his garage where it was a concrete floor. It was a cement floor. He made sure to constantly be touching something for static discharge. And it's like, man, you got to be so careful when you do that. All right, we're just going to go ahead and refuel again like we do at every place just to make sure. Yeah, we know. Either somebody's in a hurry or my reputation went up. Yeah, it cost him big time. And his wife wasn't happy because that was supposed to be for her. It was the first thing she did when she walked in there and we were talking about it. Is she goes, what did he do? Just right off the bat, what did he do? Kind of felt bad for him because she was nasty about it. That was supposed to be her, the new PC for her home business. Okay, we're waiting for mass lock to disappear to make this jump because I think this is the one that's it's not bad. It's 1,300. I guess we already did the 9,000 without paying attention. But the things, they're easy to build. They just look complicated, but they're really easy. You know, as Jimmy has told people, just like I've told people, just watch a couple YouTube videos to get a rough idea of what you're doing. Do it carefully. Read the manuals, especially the one for the motherboard. And if you have problems, just send us a message. They just look extremely complicated. And then after you build the first one, you're going to realize how easy it was, and then you'll be flying through them. Like my first one, the first one I built was my own. It took me about 4 hours to put it together because I was being so careful. The last one I built for a customer took me 45 minutes. I figured if Fluky can do it, it can't be that hard. Wow. Dude, I'm going to clip that and send that to him. I am. I can't believe you said that. No, actually, I take it back. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. I look at it like this. If Jimmy can build one, anybody can. Because I remember the night that he decided he was going to put the beast together. Because he wasn't sure he was going to, and then he said, well, I'm going to start slowly putting it together. And Norm and I were talking, going, we were betting on when we'll receive the first call for help. We were talking about it. We knew it was going to come. And then he started asking me questions about a plug, and he started describing the plug. It's like, what? I didn't know what he was trying to describe. And he started taking pictures with his phone and sending them to me. It's like, man, ooh, hair. The pictures he was sending me was so dark because it was inside the case with no light. I couldn't see anything. It's like, you've got to be kidding. You got to put a flashlight in there. I can't see anything. It's too dark in there. And then we had the problem with the memory. It was just like, wow. Hey, Real Xevious, how are you doing this morning? Yes, we're doing some cargo runs this morning. We will be doing, what we're going to be doing now is just going to be cargo runs to build up faction, trading, and exploration. That's going to be the main things our character is going to be doing. We may get into some combat later, but not right offhand. So how are you doing this morning? And welcome in. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome in Real Xevious to the stream. One of the great guys from the Elite Dangerous community who came in has been giving me a lot of tips, and I'm very thankful for him. If you would, please go up over, click that link, give him a follow, leave his notification bell on. Make sure you tell him Astro sent you over. Doing all right. Impulse. Bought a Mamba a couple days back. Needed A-rated fittings. Got my weapon and drives engineered. Cool. So I have to unlock shield engineers, do my whole stuff. We will be going to start to talk to our engineer later today. I think she is 27 jumps out. Felicity. So I think we're at the point now where it's time to go talk to her. Imfried. Imfried, thank you for the 150 bits and the heart attack. Thank you. Man, Okay, just for that, Fluky is going to know about that comment you made. Thanks, Imfried. Yeah, I'll be talking to Felicity. Let's see, my other engineer was Todd. Let me see. I've got him tagged on my galaxy map. Felicity and Todd McQuinn. Yes. Todd's kinetic weapons. Saw him the other day. Super easy. All right. I took your advice, was playing with the mining ships last night. Ended up refitting a Type 6 for mining with a bigger refinery. And unfortunately ran out of time before I was able to play with it and forgot to move back to my starting system this morning. So I was trying to do it before I went live. And when I went live, I was still in the middle of jumping back. Felicity, you need to either hunt down a meta alloy in Maya process or buy one from someone's about 1 million credits. And we'll probably buy one just to save time. Yeah, I don't know much about the meta alloys just yet. It'll probably be easier just to buy one. Later on, we'll start trying to get into the exploration to save money. We'll find where to get them from or what it takes to acquire one. I've been chatting with you all morning, so I had to find the right time to do it. Well, you sure did it, Imfried. Man. Where's my blood pressure medicine at? Because I'm definitely going to need it this morning. When the time comes, you could look up carriers that sell them on the Inara site. Yeah, and thank you for that. I did sign up for the Inara site. I signed up for it the other day. All right, so we are MFN. Let's see. Actually, where is Felicity? $11 jumps. It's super useful for mining. There are sites with tools to look at good deposits too. Okay, thank you. Do you have to take the ship with you that you want to work with her with, or can you take any ship? I mean, for your first time, you probably want the ship you're going to engineer on. Okay. Let me make sure. Imfried, thank you very much for the 40 bits, sir. Thank you. Very much appreciated. Let's see. All right, I'm going to trying to decide if I should get a repair system before I attempt this. Let's see. It's only 2 jumps, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back here real quick. I'm going to get my repair. Gosh, that is not the system I want. I'll see what I did. Okay, we're going to come back here. We're going to get a repair system in and then take off to go that way. Once you've gone once and got the engineer grade to 5, you can just pin blueprints and apply them to the station. Toward the engineer if you do it at the spot. Once it got the engineer grade to 5, you can just pin. Okay. And then before the range increase to any ship at a station. Okay. Thank y'all. Ah. Okay, so the higher level I am in the engineer and I pin it, I can do the remote to that particular level. That's what y'all are saying. Okay. So Felicity does drives to 3 and FSD to 5. Sounds good. So as a few other things to 1, like power plant. Okay, so we're going to take the type 6. Because that's the one we're going to do it on. Should I take the type 6 or should I take the Explorer? If you check the Engineers tab on Inara and have updated your data, when you say long range FSD, it will show the materials required per attempt for each grade, how much you have that material. All right. Sorry for the extra key clicks, everybody. And you can plan ahead to visit what you need. All right, let's get up here. So we let the auto docking come in. Maybe this time it won't bang me off the side of the station like it did last night. Okay. Engineering is a bit of a time sink. Involves a fair amount of running around before you even get to the engineering itself. Okay. I mean, I've got no problem with that. I've done things like that before in other games. So let's see. Gain exploration rank scout or higher. Oh, okay. I see what I need now. So to get the components I need, surface data point, higher chance at boom system states. Okay, I need to get the correct encryption files. Encryption files, wake echoes. You get the components various ways, but you can go to material traders and trade your stuff around. Let's see. Okay. A few super good farming locations for mats. Most people just stack the high grade mats and trade them down. Okay, see, I wasn't sure exactly what all the encoded data was for, but now I do. So the only thing I really have right now for, whoops, for this is anomalous bulk scan data. Okay. Captured from settlement data point networks. Salvaged. Okay, so I need SRVs to do those missions, I believe. Sorry, my dog is over there having a dream. Okay. So okay, that's gonna be a lot of stuff I'm gonna be doing offline. Or some of it's gonna be done off stream. Currently looking it over. Wow, there is a lot to that. Doesn't look like it's going to be that bad. I've played games that have had longer grinds. Spent like 4 hours just driving in circles for mats, then trading down and actually doing the engineering. And I only went to 2 engineers. Yeah, oh wow, that's where you can pick them up from. Yeah, I will definitely be doing a lot of that off screen. Gathering materials. Grade 5 sometimes take up to 10 attempts. I've definitely had to put 8 or 9 attempts to max the G5. And I know what I'm going to do. Let's see. I believe my exploration ship is over here. Yeah. That's my exploration ship. That's my runner. That's my runner. Equipped with nothing more than FSD to jump with. And the fuel scoop. Yeah, the only ship that's not at the station is the miner. My miner's still up over in Airvate. Just so I could practice with it a little bit. Yeah, there's, yeah. All right. So since we're going to have to do some planetary things, we are going to need planetary vehicle hangar. Nice. You'll get quite a bit more range out of the FSD engineering if you go for long range with mass manager expert. Get some bonus per attempt at each grade, but you need to max it to do the next grade. Why would you need two SRVs? Let's bring some lively bread. Is this a case something happens to one? Ah, multi-crew. Didn't think about multi-crew. You're right. Okay, we're going to put our cargo racks in storage. because we're definitely going to want them back. We don't want to sell them. Or if your SRV blows up, well, it's me, so it'll probably blow up. All right, so let's find one. Yeah, don't need cargo if you're getting your mats from Planet Surfaces. Imfried, I'm not that bad. Let's see. Whoops. That's not nice, Imfried. That's not nice at all. Going to unlock Felicity, make sure you have one slot till the meta alloy. Right. Don't believe that's what I was looking for. That's just data delivery. I've I've seen the missions. I haven't accepted them, so yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's exactly what I'm thinking. I believe this is what I'm looking for. For engineering, mat gathering, no cargo it requires. I believe that was the mission I was looking for. If not, I'll find out real quick. And this is the first time I've taken this ship into atmosphere. Let me make sure I've got something here. think we're good. Every ship comes with a planetary suite unless you removed it. That's what I'm wondering. I'm trying to remember if I removed it or not. Yes, I did. Okay. Advanced docking computer, Super Cruise. I actually don't see it. I actually do not see it. I removed it off of one of the ship, and I do not remember which ship I removed it from. So I need to verify I actually have it before I take off. First time I went out, I bought the bay and forgot to buy the scarab. That actually sounds like something I would really do. Well, I mean, you buy the bay, it doesn't say anything about it. You slap it in, then all of a sudden there's an extra open slot. You click on it, and then it shows the scarab there. That's what got my attention, because I knew I removed one cargo hold. I also rarely forget to fill my limpets when I use them. I did that on the mining ship. The first time I went out with collection limpets, yeah, I went out, was like, well, why aren't they working? Then I realized I didn't have any. All right, let's check real quick and see if we have this thing still installed. Be bad if we got all the way to the planet and had to turn around and come back. And don't say it, Imfried. Okay, I do have it. Now, the way my luck's been lately, I would have gotten to the planet and didn't have it installed. Yeah, the ship I was fitting in the bay was mostly empty slots at the time, so I guess I didn't notice. And my exploration ship last night got attacked. We got attacked. They started. Really? That big tall structure there, we can't miss it. We're just going to keep banging into it. Yeah, pirate claimed he wanted something and wasn't anything there. Been there, done that, have a clip to prove it. Yeah, I'm free. Go ahead. Go ahead. All right. Zavity? Hi, how are you doing today? Welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. If you're on a mission, have some pirate interdictions as part of it, even not in a combat mission. Yeah, I did. They started firing on me before I could get back into FSC. No, they didn't get me. They did a little bit of damage. They did some. My explorer ship didn't have weapons, but I did keep the shields. Best strat is to immediately spam boost. That's exactly what I was doing. I guess we will find out. Four pips to shield gives 60% damage reduction. I had one pip and had everything thrown into engines to hurry up and try to get away. That's when they started firing on me. That's when they started firing. Can't wait to try out Chimamba. Need to go see Celine Jean. Yeah. They weren't doing that much damage to the shields, but they held up enough for me to get back into warp to get away from them. If you're a player, want to pips this? Yeah, Pirates on the way missions are pretty pathetic. Yeah, they didn't do much of anything. Okay, this is the first time I've done one of these kind of missions, so I'm not sure exactly what all to expect. So we'll see. We'll see. I got interdicted while using Super Cruise Assist one time. Went outside to check my mail. Came back. Yeah, I learned real quick in this game, do not walk away. Okay. My chieftain's hull's heavy enough that he ran to part of the speed like 20 minutes waiting for me to blow up. Those guys wreck you. All right, Ibfried, thank you for stopping in, sir. You take it easy. You have yourself a good rest. Not all that far away from them. Let's see. 10.4 kilometers. Trying to watch our altitude here a little bit. Catch you tomorrow. All right, Imfried, you take it easy, sir. Get yourself a good rest. I will see you later, and thank you for stopping in. Okay, 20K, not too bad. Pull off an ideal glide, you end up more like 10K. I'm getting a little bit better at the planetary landings. Not much sometimes, but oops, I just thought of something. It's been a while since I've had to do a manual landing. Well, that's not quite what I wanted to do, but oh boy, which button is landing gear? Okay, unsuitable terrain. Lucky. That's all I could say is I got lucky. Now the problem is, where was my target? Um, I think on screen with a little arrow. Okay. There's that little ship flying around. Oh, okay. I see you now. Wait a minute. Now, is that ship going to fire at me? Like I got a little dune buggy here. Like I'm going to fly off a cliff. Well, got to be careful about that. This is kind of fun. Ooh, crater. I feel like I'm playing that old arcade game Mood Buggy for some reason. The traction is non-existent. I end up bouncing around. Yeah. Or down a hill like over a kilometer because the thing spun out. That's what I'm. That's kind of what I'm trying to avoid doing here, but trying to avoid the big rocks. Or something going to start shooting at me anytime soon. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, no crap. Oh, give me just one moment here. Hull's at 0%. That's not good. Could have scanned that from outside the trespassing zone and that was marked on your radar. Trying to figure out how to get back to the first person view. I hit the wrong button, I think. Yeah. Also engage. You should not have switched to turret yet. Yeah, I hit a button and I'm not sure exactly what I hit. I can't cut. Okay, there we go. My hull's at 1%. That's not good. Oh well. So for scanning, you want the blue hood. Use scanners just like exploration. Okay. Oh, they are still on alert. Why is handbrake on? Oh, we don't have to worry about that one. Well, okay, we don't have the SRV now, so I guess we'll go back and get another one. Yeah, we'll definitely go back and get another one. Well, they were shooting me. I was expecting to shoot back. The Jasper gave fine bounty so they were still clean while shooting you. Well, I mean, if they didn't want me to shoot me, they should. I mean, shoot them, they should have shot me. Go get another SRV and go back. It was my first time doing it. What can I say? Yeah, yeah, I know. Wait, there's a prison system here? Oh, that's not good. Yeah, I go talk to the guy here and pay the bounty off. You have bounty to pay it, you get sent to prison. Oh, really? Hmm. Okay. I didn't know that. Oh, that's not too bad. If you pay at an interstellar faction legal facilities, it costs a little bit more, but you do no jail time. Okay. I didn't know anything about a prison system. I knew that there were bounties, but uh, okay, services. bookmarks. Stick. Set it to map. Galaxy. Okay. Galaxy map. Galaxy map. You said fourth tab. Under map. Oh. Oh, okay. Let's see. Now that drop down on top, hit services. Okay. Okay. Right. Click where it says allegiance. Okay, no stars. So I've got a Federation facilities here. Okay, stop. Check unplugged. Okay. I want none, Federation, Empire, Alliance, and Independent clicked. Uncheck none. Check none. Uncheck apply to route. Apply. Everyone but apply to route should be checked. So I should okay. So I should have okay, I got you. I got you. Whoops. So I've got a Federation. Can't see any stars that don't have a government right now. Okay, now to find the interstellar factor. It says allegiance, click it. Okay. The drop-down menu to swap between types of filters. Interstellar factor is in services. Services. Okay. Interstellar factors, correct? Highlight it on your map with green dots. Okay, so the closest one I can go to is here. That's the system I got to go to, correct? Interstellar factor contact. Okay. All right. Thank you. Yeah, we don't want to go to prison. Don't want to go to prison. Well, I guess I could have bought another SRV while I was here, but we was filling allegiance for some. Nah, it was me. It was me. Thank you. No, it's mine. It's mine. And thank you very much for the help. Thank you. I do appreciate it. Okay. So, what the first one you missed was like filtering stars based on which faction they. Oh, okay. All right. So having any unchecked would make them not even. Ah, I got you. I understand now. Yeah, I've never really messed with that very much. Uh, does it matter which station I go to? Large station would probably be your best. Sorry, I played other games where you wanted to go inside the trespassing zones and avoid being detected. Well, I got detected. They came out, started shooting, so I started shooting back. I mean, it's... The blowing up part was interesting, though. I hit a rock. It happens. You can't help but laugh about it. I wasn't expecting it. It's one of those oops moments. I'm just glad Infreed wasn't here recorded. Come on. Yeah, when you turn run, don't make it up the ramp to it, but go near it from the side. It won't scan if you don't target. Okay. I thought I was just supposed to drive up to it. I won't do that next time. Sorry if you hear my dogs in the background. They're going crazy. They hear the garbage man. As long as you didn't shoot back, you would have just had a fine. We know it's just bad in every other game you get shot at, you got to shoot back. It's just defensive. Yeah. Yeah, Your Honor, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. They shot at me and I had to shoot back to defend myself. Either way, you need to use your data link scanner on the thing that was highlighted. Yeah, but if you're criminal and continue to do crimes, yeah, yeah. Your fines are menial compared to what I've had. Honestly, officer, I was just walking by. I didn't see that fence that said protected zone, stay out, trespassing. I didn't see it. I didn't know anything about it. And 10 hours in a row where I was stuck with a bounty, killing gets notoriety. Can't pay fines if you're notorious. Okay. Contacts. Interstellar Faction Legal Facilities. Okay. Pathir, I'm good. 2,100 credits wasn't bad. Well, we're here, so let's go ahead and buy our new SRV. I'm no longer a filthy criminal. Be thankful. Be very thankful. Okay. So what, when I resupplied it, filled it up? I guess so. Okay, I was wondering what I needed to resupply. It said I had resupply, and I clicked it. It was 1,100 credits, and boy, I wish cars were cheap like that in real life. Okay. Unfortunately, that's all the time I have for this morning. I will definitely go back and do that one again a little bit later. This time, I'm not going to go up the ramp and set everything off. I will be a little bit more careful. And real, thank you very much, and I'll let you know how that one turned out. Ended up leaving my ship on a pad station while they slept. Metal Gear Solid type. I definitely will. I definitely will, sir. I wish to thank everybody for coming in this morning. Thank y'all for everything, especially all the tips and tricks. I hope y'all had a good laugh watching me blow up. That was fun. I actually kind of enjoyed that one myself. Let's see who we're going to go visit this morning. Oh, let's see. Let's go share the love. Let's pick somebody. Oh. Boy. Okay. I got our raid target all picked out. Oh, make sure I could spell this name correctly. I wish to thank everybody for coming out this morning. I will be back tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. Central Time. Until that time, thank y'all very much for coming. Thank you for all the help. I do appreciate it all. Y'all take care. Be safe. Have yourselves a great day. And I'll see y'all tomorrow.